everyone, and welcome to Tjhoko Tuesday Tribe Live. Tjhoko Tribe Tuesdays Live. I knew I was going to make a mistake. It's a very big tongue twister, especially at 5:30 in the afternoon. Yes, Tjhoko. Sorry, I say Tjhoko because I like chocolate, but I know it's meant to be Tjhoko. Okay. So we're very excited to be here. We have been painting non-stop since this morning when we had our live. And yeah, we've created a few things and now we have to choose our favorites to show you. Keziah's going to start us off. We've got our records here. And Keziah's just going to show you the prep we did so that you can see that with plastic, you're meant to sand the plastic down before you use it and then clean it with thinners. But as you can see, the vinyl's got a very nice pattern of its own. So if we had to sand it, we would lose that. So what we did is we did a scratch test and we actually painted, we cleaned it with thinners and then we painted some. We waited for it to dry completely and it didn't want to budge. We scratched and it didn't want to come off. So I'm not sure how long it would hold up over time, but I do believe that it's going to last long because it didn't come off at all. But on normal plastics, you have to sand it first. But Keziah's going to show us how we clean it with the thinners. How much thinners do you need to put on, Rene?
A lot.
Yeah, you need to put on a lot so that you're actually washing the plastic with the thinners. The nice thing with the vinyl is you can see where you're wiping because it goes very nice and shiny. And she's going with the grain because there's little grooves where it has to get in. Okay, as easy as that. And then how long must we wait for it to evaporate? 40 minutes for it to evaporate, and then you can paint on top of that. So we're going to take this one away because we can't use it now because it has to evaporate, but I've done a whole stack of other ones. So let me get one of those. Okay, there we go. Keziah is going to show you some nice technique for that one.
So the first step that you have to do is tape the edges down. You take a little piece and you stick it like that, and then you just cover it underneath so the record stays in place while you're doing the stencils.
Yeah.
And you have to do it all around the records.
We've decided not to paint the background of the records because of the nice look that the vinyl gives itself.
So sticky.
That looks okay. As long as it doesn't move.
And then it's cute. That's fine.
And it's perfect.
And then you take your stencil brush and do whatever colors you want to do.
What colors do we have? We've got, Keziah's got rose and crema
and creative crystal.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the, is it rose ones? The rose, the rose for the flowers. And then you have to get most of the paint off. Just how to get most of it off. And then you do circular motions on top of the piece which you want to do, like this.
And do you mind that it's going onto the leaves?
No, because you can always go over it, and it's it looks a lot nicer if some of the other colors go into the other part of your stencil.
With this stencil, we kept finding more and more flowers as we went along. We kept thinking we had all of them, and then we'd find more that we'd forgotten. But it's a very cute stencil. I'm also trying to see. Not those ones.
Not those ones. Okay, I think that's all. Wait, just getting most of the color off now.
You can use this as well if you want. Okay. These drop sheets are amazing. I thought they were small until we open it up. It covers our whole dining room table. They are amazing.
Yeah, should be good enough. And then I'm going to use the Karima for the strawberries and hearts. Yeah. I'm always putting too much on.
Maybe wipe it on your apple, take more if you want.
Okay.
And do we need to do the middle of the record or just around the black?
You do not have to do the middle of the record. Well, you can if you want to, because
we have a surprise later.
We have a surprise later what we're gonna put in the middle.
Try on your tile, Lily. Try the paint on the tile. Put it back in the paint in the tile, and you won't get so much.
Where was I now? Here, right?
Yeah. I think so.
I'm close to things. No, it's here. That's good enough.
I think that's it. Okay. Let me give you that one and I'll just put it in somewhere so it doesn't go hard.
And I'm going to use the creative crystal for the leaves and vines which are on it.
anyone's going to know it was there. So normally with stenciling we put as little paint on as possible, but when we were experimenting earlier, we found that because of the black background, if we put too little paint on, it was too light. And because of what Keziah is going to do when she's done stenciling, it doesn't really matter if it bleeds a little bit, because she's going to be doing something around the stencil. So if you want to do intricate work, this would be too much paint, but we have a plan. And there's no right and wrong when you're having fun, hey?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. One more.
Hmm?
That one.
Wild paint.
Good try.
I'm just gonna make this like green shade.
Okay, looks a bit like a leaf then.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you take the masking tape off.
You first check it if you like it.
You can first check if you like it. Just first you have to remove the bottom one. And look up to see if you like it. And if you like it, you can remove the other pieces of masking tape. But it's best to remove the stencil when it's wet, else it might crack and make stuff go a bit weird.
Sorry, I didn't go too fast. It's perfect.
Then, if you're using the same stencil, it can look like this, or you can do your own design. You can see that it mixed a bit, but it makes it look a bit prettier. So,
Alright, so we've got a dry one because Keziah is going to do something on top of it. I just need to mix you some of that paint. Where am I going to put this? Because Keziah wants to do some fine painting, we found that the cloud white was a little bit thick. So I'm going to just add a bit of clear glaze to it, just to make it thin enough that it paints smoothly and it's not so chunky. Timothy, can you pass me a teaspoon, please? Timothy's our cameraman again tonight, and he's actually been working hard the whole day. He's been doing behind the scenes stuff, which I can only show you later, but this is not clear glaze. This is clear glaze, that's cloud. Just making it a little bit thinner. I need another teaspoon, please. Thank you. Thank you. If you want to. I don't know. You can do whatever you like, my lovey. It's your project. Just remember to take as much paint so you don't have a glob of paint at the bottom of your paintbrush. Okay, hold it.
Okay, so my idea is to like kind of outline the flowers just so it'll make it more poppiness. So outline the strawberries in white, and then I'm going to use a color like teal color coordinate on the leaves and vines and stuff for the green stuff. So yeah, I'm using a thin brush so I can get a thin look on it.
And we also discovered it's a lot easier to paint in a straight line when you don't have a camera facing you. Hey, Kez. You have to wait for the stencil to dry before doing the outline, otherwise your colors are going to mix, which you don't want with the outline. Sure, very well.
And then I'm going to paint the middle in white too. I'm going to do another layer later.
You want to do a strawberry? Or some of a strawberry? I'm a bit nervous about the strawberries.
Yeah, I think I'll first do the flowers.
Okay. You want the camera on the side? Are you fine?
And the little flowers, I'm going to add a little dots inside of them. Just too much the big flowers.
I'm going to get the next project ready, and then Keziah will sit down to the side and carry on with that while...
Well, I first want to do a strawberry.
You do want to do a strawberry? Okay.
I do want to do a strawberry. I'm just a bit nervous to say.
It's okay
Last
to be
time I did
nervous.
it was a bit...
What's the worst that can happen?
What happened last time?
We won't talk about what happened last time. You're at least 3 hours older now. You won't make the same mistakes again.
Mom, you're shaking the table.
Sorry.
Now I don't know if I should do paint the middle of the flower or just do the outline in the flower inside. Because last time it was a bit wonky to do that. Should I paint it all inside or?
I think I like it like that.
Okay.
Right, so can I move your tile? Then we'll move you over to the side.
But can I just quickly do a strawberry?
You can quickly do a strawberry. Do a little one.
There's only bigger ones.
Well, do whatever one you want, my honey.
Can you just? I need this one. Just how do you check this? And on the seeds, I'm going to just like highlight it. Here. And then I'm going to outline the strawberry. That's a bit thick.
It's okay. It can all be fixed later. If you want. But that looks cool.
No, it was a bit wonky at the beginning and it's fine.
While Keziah's busy there, I'm just going to start getting together what we need next. They can see both of us, we're fine. And just move this out of the way. So I've got Goodness here, which I've taken out of my own stash. It wasn't in the mystery box. And Creative Crystal and Wild. So my youngest son loves dinosaurs and he loves green. And one of these records is going to be for him. And he chose these colors. So I'm going with it. And yeah, when we tried earlier, it came out okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding a little bit into the bottom of a cup. And then I'm going to add about half that amount of clear glaze so that it's runny.
Yeah. You guys can add your own design to the thing you're doing. It just do your own work.
There's no rules. You really only need about 2 teaspoons of each color
Because it's goes far.
It goes far.
Really far.
Yeah, I had quite a lot left over earlier. So I'm trying to show, or we are trying to show you some things that are easy to do so that you can do them with your own family, with your friends, team building. You can make these for your Christmas table. Everyone can make their own, or you can make one for everyone.
It's a placemat. You mentioned that.
I didn't, but you just did, so that's fine. We are making placemats for the table. The secret's out, if that's alright. So each of my kids will have a placemat. I'm not sure, I don't think we're going to make all of them now, but
I'm making mine.
Keziah's making hers. I'm busy making my younger son's one.
I'm just seeing.
Oh no. And I'm messing, but that's nothing new there. That's why we have these awesome wipes. We can wipe up all our messes. We've gone through, I think, half of that container already today, wiping up all our spills.
Okay, so I did my strawberry. It turned out like this. It's as you can see, I did do the highlights there, and it doesn't matter if they're the same or not. And your strawberries don't have to be the same. You guys can figure out what you want to do. If you do something like this, you can figure out your own design. So I'm gonna get to the side now.
It looks awesome, my sweet pie. Okay, so for the next one, yes, my hand? I don't know where your chair went. Okay, Timothy's got your chair. We're having a silent little altercation in the background, but never mind. Right, so I've mixed these that they are runny. They're nice and runny. And they're all about the same consistency. And I'm going to get a new record here. Keziah, you're going to help me with this one, eh?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to help me with this one.
But I'm busy doing my one.
No, you can finish that for Mama. Let me just put Keziah's...
Wait, I want to do one
Oh,
more.
that's for you.
I want to do one more thing.
Mine. Let's just do this one and then we can get back to
I'm
this
putting
one.
the brush in here too, just
Okay. So everything's in a Ziploc bag so it doesn't dry out. Can you get the hair dried? Just put it here. Thanks.
Can I do that here?
So we are going to pour this onto or around the inside of the record. You want to pour it?
I want to do the hair dry part.
Okay, pour it. Try and keep the spoon in the container because otherwise you drip everywhere. I've discovered that earlier as well. And
Well, won't you oh, never mind.
right.
I said never mind.
It's paint. We can do anything. So earlier I said to Keziah we had to go to light to dark or dark to light or something. Now I think I'm doing it differently. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't. You can do whatever you like because you can't really mess this one up. Although when we did try it, I managed to spray paint across the table. So let's hope that the camera doesn't get... Right. So I just want to make sure that one's on cold. So you just turn the bottom one on. Alright, and I'll turn for you. So you spray out or you hair dry. Let me move these.
1 or 2?
Start on 1 and then if it doesn't go, then you go to 2. Alright. You got it?
No, I've never done this before.
Okay, no, so you have to spray hair dry it, spray it. Like that. Okay.
Ah!
Don't get it on me. Alright, then I'll turn the record. There you go. 2. Yeah, go 2. There we go. That is so cool.
Now we're covering about the middle.
Next time we can cover the middle.
No, you know what we're doing is now.
Okay, you can stop. Alright. And that's it. That's all you do.
Now what are you going to do?
I'll figure out what I'm going to do.
No, that's not.
Alright, so there's little cells that form. I don't know if you can see here at the bottom to me. Naturally out of the paint. I never added anything besides the clear glaze and the paint, and it gives this lovely marble effect, which I absolutely love. And it's as easy as that. You can do that with your 2-year-old. If you pour it on and give them a hairdryer.
I think they'll put it into the paint.
Okay, maybe help them not put it into the paint. All right, so that's one of the ones that we wanted to show you. And then the other one.
Can I do it now?
You can carry on, my honey. Is something that we do with a freezer bag.
Oh, you're doing that again. I'm like, what?
So these are all really, really simple things that you can do that give a nice effect. Oh, a Ziploc bag just landed up in our nice paint pour.
But it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Gives a nice... Okay, so now our paint pour has a nice effect on the side, as you can see. Unexpected, but could have been worse. Okay, so you take your freezer bag and you take one corner at the bottom and you tie a knot in it. Not too tight a knot. Just like that. And then you turn the bag inside out. So the knot is on the inside.
Oh, so I didn't have to get
Then you inflate the bag. And yeah, every time I inflate anything, I look like a chipmunk. So don't laugh at me. Talking mainly to my son behind the camera. Yeah. Maybe I should just turn away so I don't laugh. So you don't want it too inflated. You want a little bit of give in the balloon that you've made, and then you tie a knot to keep the air in. So as I was inflating, I was turning it to keep the air inside. Oh no, not inside has come undone. Luckily I have more, so I'm just going to do that again. So apparently you do need to tie the knot inside quite tight, because otherwise that will happen.
Well, you're holding air inside and it can just go woo.
Thank you. Everyone just wanted to watch me inflate another plastic packet. Okay, so there you've got your little plastic balloon. Then you choose your colors. I think tonight I'm going to use some Nade and Rose together. Thank you, my boy. Just tell me if I put something in the way of something. Add 2 more teaspoons, please. So it's perfectly fine that we use our teaspoons that we use for our tea and our coffee, because Tjhoko paint is completely food safe and we're not going to get ill from using our eating utensils with the paint. So that one is Nade and then Rose. With this technique, I'm going to do wet on wet because I like the way that it blends out nicely. If you like, you can wait for the one color to dry before you put the other color on. That's completely up to you. I've already got a whole selection of very colorful teaspoons in here. Okay. So what you do is you hold the balloon in your hand so that the knot's at the bottom. Knot's at the bottom. Okay. You dip it into your paint, and then you want to dry it off a bit, so I'm just going to do it on here. You don't want it too wet. Maybe one more.
Oops.
There we go. And then
I actually need to do it.
it's okay, there's some water there if you want, or you can take one of the wipes and clean. Then wherever you want on the outside, you press it down.
This one.
And it makes a flower design. And you can use your wet paint again, and it will pick up on different areas. Like I want to actually get that area there, so I'll just move my hand a bit and it will pick up paint there. And we have a slightly different shape. That's it. As if you do wherever you want the design to be. Maybe I'll do one that's a little bit over in the middle, a little over the side. I've never seen a real flower that's blue and pink, but I think it would look pretty. So we're going to do blue and pink flowers. I'm going to use the same packet. Just get as much of the paint off as we can. I've got most of it off. Dip it into the Nade. And now I'm going to go over where I went with the pink ones. And you get this lovely, easy flower design. You see how the two colors mix together? I'm not looking for the look that it's blue on pink. I want them to mix a little bit. Just have to try and line up the center with the center. Otherwise it is going to look a bit strange. There we go. And then I'm going to use a little bit of choppy in the middle.
It's not even all the way done.
That's fine.
That's how long it takes.
Yeah, this one is double sealed by Mom. need a very little bit of this paint thing. Guess what I need, Timothy?
What?
Teaspoon. Thank you. Luckily we have a lot of teaspoons. And once again, I'm not worried about the colors mixing too much because that's what I want it to look like. So I'm just going to use a little bit of orange in the middle. Give that bright. I'm just dabbing. This is just an artist brush. I don't know what kind. That kind. Small, thin, soft. And they don't have to be perfectly round in the middle. You just dab it on. And I can actually see how this paint's already drying. It dries so quickly.
Which is nice.
Yes. I'm doing this middle, but it's in the middle of the thing, so it's going to get covered. But anyway, it's there now. So very quick and easy. What did that take me? Less than 10 minutes. And you've got your flower pattern record. And the lovely black background. I don't know if it shows on the camera, but the background just actually makes everything pop with the colors. Alright. Kez, how are we doing there?
I'm not even
Great. So Keziah is actually doing very well there. You want to do some nade just to show how we're going to do the leaves?
I was going to do that after I finish this part of it.
Okay, but we are going to run out of time if we're going to do the whole record. So let's just do a little bit of nade just to show how we do that. And then, yeah, some nade, yeah. You can come here.
Yeah. So as you can see, it is starting to pop a bit. Like, I'm starting to, like everything's starting to just stand out. Okay, I need a thin brush. Can you get that one?
Wait, what? You need? Okay. I'm just gonna wipe it clean.
So, with the nade, I'm going to do highlights with it. Like over here, I'm going to outline this heart shape on top. Like those are like the only things I'm outlining. Sorry, the brush is a bit fluffy now. And I can do it randomly, like the highlights randomly. Like I can put it on top, I can put it underneath. But I think I'm going to do the underneath the techniques now. And I'm also just going to add like a line here just for another little bit of highlight. Over here, I'm going to do another heart shape. But this time I'm going to do it like on top. Maybe like a little highlight here, there too. And there's another two little heart shapes, but I'll do a leaf after this part of the thing. That was a mistake, but it's fine. Mistakes are fine.
Looking gorgeous there.
And then I'm going to do one of the leaves. I'm going to do this leaf. I'm going to go into the middle. And it doesn't matter if it's bumpy because then it will make it look a bit more leaf-like.
Organic.
Like, or natural. Yeah. Like that, and then I'm also gonna like add a little bit of highlights to it. And then on the vines, I'm going to do a little fun thing. I'm going to go like over here, a bit on top here. I'm going to go there, like that.
I want to hold it up then everyone can see. Let's get Timmy got it.
Okay.
Alright, and then finally, so we've made, we were playing around not only with these colors, we used some of the other colors, and we made some other ones as well while we were playing. So this one was just with the bag method, and then this was just playing with a paintbrush and making some other flowers. You can play with whatever you like. This was one of the green paw we did earlier, so this is already dry, although I would leave this at least overnight because it comes out quite thick. You've put 3 colors on top of each other and blown it out. And then, sorry, just saying no to Timothy, not no to whoever's watching. This one I also really like. This was with Choppy and Wild and Corals, no, what's that one?
Coral stone.
Yes, Coral Stone, which I think came out really nice as well. And then this was another stencil that came with, we're running out of time, but this was the stencil that I used, and I did the nade in the middle, and I just blended the middle, and then I did it's not here, the Karima next to that, and then I did rows around the outside. Then you have to wait for each section to dry before you can do the other sections. I was hoping to get to do this section now, but I think we are going to run out of time. But I would have...
Can we take pictures?
We will take pictures.
We'll take pictures for the end result.
We will finish everything and send it out. But in order to do a piece like that, you actually put your masking tape where you want it to stop. And then you do your blending so that it doesn't blend over onto the other pieces, because it is quite an odd little shape that I'm left with. So I wanted to show you that you put your masking tape, to secure it on, you put your masking tape where you want your painting to end as well. So it has 2 functions. Okay, and then finally, which I absolutely love, and Timothy helped me so much today with this. He was my tech guy because my laptop was driving me insane. But we printed out the cutest little labels. So we've got Timothy behind the camera. His name is Timothy. And we've done Class and Classics, Tim's Tunes. So Timothy, this one yours? Okay. So we're going to stick it on like that. I'll put some clear glaze underneath. And then once everything's done and dry, we will also clear glaze over everything. I'm not going to dilute the clear glaze, but I'll use a damp cloth and put the clear glaze on without diluting it, because we haven't sanded the vinyl. So we're going to clear glaze everything well, maybe 2 or 3 coats, because we're going to be using these on our dining room table. So there's Tim's Tunes. And then we've also got... Where's Jacob's one? Because I know that one's. We've got Jacob. So my youngest is Jacob, and we've got Jacob's Jams. He's the one that loves the green. And we have Keziah's one isn't. Oh, Keziah's gonna. Yeah, take that one, eh? It's fine. It's not finished, but it also. I love it like this as well. It looks.
I'm going to use this one.
Yes. So Keziah's going to finish the one that she's busy with, but it also looks lovely
Just
without the highlights. You don't have to put the highlights in. So there's Keziah's karaoke coming soon to a table near you. And then I'm not sure which one my husband is going to have, but maybe another green one. I'm not sure. But we've got Dad's dance hits. Can you see this one? We've got Mom's mashup. And we've got Micah's melodies. So Micah is my eldest son. So that's it, I think. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Don't forget to put the clear glaze over the top. Unfortunately, I don't have anything ready that is 100%
We'll send you a
dry.
picture.
We will send the pictures through. Yeah, thanks for joining, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And